Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 3 of the Rising Star Draft.
Week 3!
Week 3.
Whoa! Where did that come from?
How did he...
But
Was that?
anyway, doesn't matter. We got some matches for you this week. We got another 2 matches. Our first match, which you can see on the screen here, we got Derbologist 4 versus ABC 102493. Derbologist gone from his bye. He's now back in the draft, ready to fight. And then later on, we're going to be having Diz versus Guardian.
Sorry, I'm like double checking the thing, and I forgot that Derbologist changed his name to Ash Ketchum in the Discord, and I thought it was Shine again because these two keep changing their names.
No, it wasn't him. That's my bad. I have to apologize publicly for that. My bad, Matthew.
A bit.
No, the immersion. Okay, so,
Sorry, folks. We have a homunculus in our attic right now, and he keeps bumping into my microphone. Anyways,
just edit it out. Edit it out. It's fine.
Yeah, give it in. Who cares? Has it been 30 seconds? Who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? It's week 3, baby. You know. All right. I'm gonna back it out. Okay, so we got Derbologist versus ABC for Battle 1 of week 3, and let's how about we take a look at these teams here because I'm seeing some different mons from beforehand. Although I think that might just be because Derp had the bye last week, so I'm not used to. No, I think those are all new mons. What is that? Is that a HEATMOR?
Do we have HEATMOR without a national dex?
I don't know. Does he spit fire?
I guess there's only one way to find out. However, that is actually a good point. Not only did Derbologist have his bye last week, but he's actually coming into this with not just a couple new Pokemon, but we're talking like an entire new team. Because if you remember,
I believe that is a new team.
Yeah, we had Berserker, Delmies.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I had to load the old replay up. Yeah, this is entirely new.
Yeah, we got Mandibuzz, Cradily, Fortress, Sandaconda, HEATMOR, and Aurorus, all completely new off the bench. Love to see some variety. In stark contrast to ABC, who for the 3rd week in a row have brought the exact same 6 Pokemon.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's the turn of phrase. And I mean, we got Boom Burst, we got high jump kick, the sun's coming out and Dreadnought is there. Is there synergy with that? I don't remember, but Steelix will not die. That's something.
He will kill his friends.
Well, that's good for someone, I guess.
Yeah, that someone's gonna be having a good time.
Steelix.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, we've seen this team from ABC before. We've also seen ABC have some banger nicknames like Vernie Sanders, as I'm sure you remember, Stone Cold Steel Oxton, or just some bangers.
Now, was ABC the kind of player that changed their nicknames per week as well?
Yes.
Ah, good. Maybe we'll get some new ones there. The team doesn't change, but maybe the names will.
Mm-hmm. And I know last time we saw Sigilif was running that trick set with choice specs that got put onto the Palisand to stop that shore up. But without without a previous week of knowledge to see what Derbologist was cooking here, maybe this trick situation won't be as prevalent, and maybe ABC decided to do something else with the Sigilif.
Well, still tricking a choice item onto someone is still, not always the best thing for every mon, especially in a doubles format where you don't really want to be switching out too often. And especially if it's going to be tricked onto a more defensive mon, like, say, I don't know, Fortress, or I assume Sandaconda. I'm actually not sure what that thing does besides get hit and then have Sandstorm come out.
Yeah, it can also have, let's see, let's look at its ability. I believe Shed Skin. Yep.
Okay, that's good. Sand Spit. Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
I know this thing has Coil along with Arbok, a great setup move, just to be able to get them up. Stops it from being burned with Shed Skin, just to prevent that Coil from not making much effect. Or we could just see it as Sandspit. I'm not sure. But we got Auroras here, potential setting up the snow if Derbologist feels like it. We got a lot of options here.
Mm-hmm. A lot of weather, too, that could possibly be coming out. Or just not at all, and maybe Derbologist is just fine with the sun being out on ABC's side.
That's right. So let's see how these clash against each other. Let's head into Game 1 of Set 1 of Week 3.
All right. Got a good luck, have fun from Derbologist. Hopefully the chat will move fast enough to see if ABC will respond in that. But I believe it was Diz that we've so far seen. Okay, I need to shut up for a second. We got the 19-pronged poker and 7 tails. This thing's mutated.
Wait, last week it was 8 tails.
Oh wait, it's losing tail. Oh no.
What's happening? 9 tails. Are you okay? You okay?
Poor girl's getting old.
Oh, it's almost
that,
sad.
or she's trying to sport a new hairstyle.
Okay. And, no names, once again, from Derbologist.
Derbologist adamant on not giving nicknames to his mons, which the crowd hates, but if he wins, then what is the crowd to say?
Okay.
As we're setting up a Sandstorm with Fortress, and a Tailwind, and a Reflect, and a Light Screen. Okay, guys, do something!
Turn 1, no damage, besides the Sandstorm that's about to trigger. But just pure setup right here.
All right, we got speed, we got chip on Derp's side, and then on ABC's side we have pure defense. Snarl coming out to decrease the special attack of both mons, actually. As here comes a Heat Wave, and
sturdy! Yep.
Fortress getting sturdy, living this hit.
Oh.
Now setting up its own light screen and dying to the Sigilift's Heat Wave. I didn't know that thing got Heat Wave. That's kind of dangerous.
Oh, yeah. So we got double Heat Wave coming out from the other side, even with -1 special.
Here comes the Thick Boy.
And
there's another Snarl. Oh, misses the special attacker, though, which is quite a shame.
Yeah. And Rock Tomb.
Going for the Rock Tomb, lowering the speed of the Thick Boy.
Already pretty slow, but, don't see any trick rooms happening, so probably not entirely relevant.
Damn, this Mandibuzz is chunky, as it's going for a Protect. And a Drain Punch on the Rock type, dealing decent damage, but Heatmor is not that strong.
Yeah, it's also behind Reflect, and living up to its name, Thick.
Mm-hmm. Rockslide solo target on the Heatmor doing a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, we're actually seeing there's no Reflect on Derbologist's side here, so this is full damage coming out.
Light Screen doing plenty of chip to the Sigilif and making it even weaker, but that Ice Beam still is pretty comparable damage.
Yeah, we're actually seeing here, we have a Charty Berry being eaten, but similar to last set, if you remember, ABC versus Daewoo, where ABC is fully content to say, I have a super nerfed Pokemon, I'm just going to stay until this thing dies. If you remember the burned, minus defense, minus attack Hitmonlee.
We're stubborn out here. I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how good it's going to do you in doubles, but...
Right. I anticipate this Sigilif is here till it dies.
Mm-hmm. And die it might, because there goes the screens.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. We got a nice burn. And the Karate Kid himself, Mr. High Jump Kick, Hitmonlee.
Ooh, speed is back up.
And here we go. Turn to coil up. This thing's just turning into like a really pressed in spring, and it's just going to just pop and what?
Ooh, switcheroo. This time on the Wyvern.
Oh, that's not good, because now it's stuck into coil. Shoot.
Yeah, well, I believe it actually does get to choose a different move. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's actually kind of fucking... Well, I guess the specs isn't super good for a physical attack, but still, it's not as bad as being stuck into coil and not being able to do anything, because now it's just going to be shooting off rock slides.
Oh no, I guess I'll hit one of the best moves in doubles anyway. Oh, it's dead!
As we clear the screen. Jeez. That didn't do that much last time, did it? No, it did 68. No, wait, it did 28.
No, it did 28, and this time it did 40.
Holy shit, that is a low roll, high roll for sure, right?
Well, no, we had a close combat come out.
Right.
So he just said, okay, I'm just going to keep clicking Rock Slide, and honestly, with Ninetales out, what's stopping me again?
Here comes the bomb. There's a Snarls coming out, possibly to weaken the Ninetales. And Sandaconda, boom, taking it out for good.
It's dead!
Steelix will not be killing its friend today, instead opting to kill the Mandibuzz on Derpologist's side. We're now 4-3 right now.
That Mandibuzz lived a long time.
Proper stubborn, but this time it worked. Comes Cradily. Oh, it's here.
Terra Ground.
Opting to lose its steel typing. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I guess it's still doesn't really take a lot from that Rock Slide. Sigilif, on the other hand, goes down. Here comes the Meteor Beam. The Power
Oh, that's so much damage.
Terra Ground Earthquake, not dealing as much though.
Yeah, and now
Dreadnaught's coming back out.
You don't really want an Earthquake, otherwise you're going to take out your fellow Dreadnought.
Rock Slide and Sandaconda resists it.
Does negative damage at this point. Rock Slide again. This completely shuts off the Steelix from being able to go for any amount of Earthquakes here. Like this just seems like it's said and done here.
Waterfall. Oh, the
Storm Drain!
Oh no, Tony! Here comes the Rock Slide to take out the thick boy himself. Hopefully ABC will take notes of this as the Giga Drain does super effective damage and takes out the Steelix, winning Derpologist game 1.
4-0 on top of it. I mean, we saw Mandibuzz living for approximately a bajillion turns. Sandaconda came in, got the choice specs, and said, you know what? Fine. I'll just sit here and click Rock Slide for 6 turns in a row. Like, what are you doing to stop me here?
I mean, even if it doesn't deal a lot of damage, that chance to flinch is still really good.
Yeah, that on top of it.
We didn't even get to see Auroras this game. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too disappointed. Derpologist definitely didn't nickname it or anything, so who knows what it is.
But it's important that ABC here, has information that this Cradily is in fact Storm Drain. So that means your Waterfall, you cannot throw this into this Cradily because you're just going to boost its special attack, which is the last thing you want on Power Herb Meteor Beam.
Jesus, I didn't even think about Storm Drain. That's one of those moves like Lightning Rod where it like sucks a water type into itself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfectly protecting its ground type partner, Sandaconda.
Exactly. So great team building here, just in general. And Giga Drain
really shuts down that Dreadnought. Sorry, go on. Giga Drain.
Yeah, no, Giga Drain just being huge against Dreadnought, which as well as we saw Terra Ground Steelix here. Now, not necessarily always going to be Terra Ground, but at worst, it's regularly effective.
I believe so, yeah. I did not bring up Cerebi to look that up.
But I think this is just great team building in general from Derpologist's side here, as ABC's used the same team 3 weeks in a row, and we're seeing potentially the downfall of that.
Derpologist, at the very least, did his homework, or possibly just rolled through with a very strong strategy, and ABC just did not adapt for that.
Yeah. So...
But that's what Game 2's for.
That's right. That's what we got Game 2 for. So let's go ahead and
load it up.
That up. All right. So we got Game 2 here. Derpologist versus ABC. I won't forget. Not yet. Not yet.
The fear of God is within him.
It's true.
The fear of God and also the fear of... you know. But, I mean, nothing else to really say. Like, maybe we'll see the Auroras this game. I'm curious how we're going to lead off this time, because last time it was Noivern Sigilif, and they just kind of set up the screens, whereas Derpologist set up a Tailwind and a Sandstorm, and Fortress kind of just died before also setting up a light screen. So let's see how they lead off this time in Game 2. Fortress again.
Mandibuzz? No.
HEATMOR this time. As here comes high jump kick and the thick boy.
All right, well, is there a waterfall coming here?
Does not one shot. Here comes the waterfall. One shot.
Oh, you're out of here.
Volt switch. Wow, I think it's Volt switch. Doesn't deal a lot of damage, but we're gonna pivot to the real unkillable machine, Mandibuzz and Cradley.
Yeah,
who will be helping with Terra Ghost.
Interesting, Terra Ghost.
Oh, since it's a rock type, it was probably opting to dodge a high jump kick. That's a shame it didn't work out, but nonetheless, here comes a meteor beam. Boom! Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to see that thick boy anywhere near here.
5-5 and slash, and we half health the Karate Kid. As we drop a Draco on the ghost type Cradley, not killing it, and a CC killing the Mandibuzz.
Oh, just kills it.
Neutral damage, dark flying.
Yeah, and
HP.
we're on Swords Dance. Oh, HP.
What hidden power is that? Whoa. Has to be flying or psychic, right?
So much just happened there. Hold on. So we got Air
doubles.
Slash going on to the Hitmonlee, who had Swords Dance the previous team. I completely glossed over that there. Draco Meteor into the Cradily. I mean, that's CC into the Mandibuzz with a +2. Psychic? Maybe Fairy? With Noivern being here, I wouldn't hate seeing Fairy. Psychic doesn't really seem like it'd be good against anything except for Hitmonlee. Maybe Terra Flying. Not sure.
Either way, it was smart of Derpologist to double the Hitmonlee slot just in case it didn't take it out. Although, maybe if the +1 Cradily was able to one-shot it, he could have set up a Tailwind with the Mandibuzz instead. As Cradily goes down to the second -2 Draco Meteor and Sandaconda starts coiling up without a possible threat yet of getting switcherooed.
That's
Taking
right.
nothing from this Earthquake. Here comes Aurora, so no nickname. Typical.
Yeah. Notably, not Snow Warning, so this is Refrigerate, meaning all of its normal type moves will have that ice typing to it. So if this was a Terra Ground from Steelix, gonna be in trouble.
Ghost the next turn because it is going to be dead.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Oh, here's the Terra Ground.
Oh,
Opting for the rock slide. Doing a lot to Sigalith, being part flying type. Here comes
there it is. Oh, you're so dead.
And they're all gone.
And it's throat spray.
A throat spray.
And
Tailwind's gone, but we are still nice and clear voiced.
And Noivern
fire
is
type.
just gonna die to this hyper voice.
Heatwave does not deal enough. That part rock type actually helping a lot. Second Heatwave killing the Sandaconda, but here comes the Roars with the just all dead. There goes Noivern.
Wait, but another heat wave from Seven Tails. Fortress is one weak.
That's probably gonna take. That's definitely taking out the Fortress. Here comes the Heatwave.
They're both dead.
Oh.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
Goodness. That Aurora's was loud, but like you can't out-scream a heat wave.
That's oh my god! That's incredible!
Huh.
Just enough with the heat waves. Just saying, I'm gonna keep clicking this in the sun. I don't care if you're regular damage to this. I'm just going to kill you because I'm faster than all of your Pokemon now that Tailwind is over. Wow, incredible play. I really thought that Derpologist had that. I didn't see this Ninetales just coming in and clicking the good move.
What happened to Sandaconda? I kind of blinked it when it was over. Did it get heat waved or was it boom bursted by or hyper voiced? Wait, no, boom burst.
So it
It coiled.
Yeah, it coiled, but then it just took 2 points of damage from both the heat wave from Noivern and Ninetales in the sun.
Oh, dang, that's just enough too.
Yeah, and Coil is good. It raises your attack and defense, but not that special defense. And in the sun, Heat Wave from potentially, we know from Drought, but maybe even a Choice Specs, maybe even... Because what else are you running on this Noivern? Actually, we know it's Choice Specs.
Oh, no, it is Choice Specs because it did switcheroo last battle. Not opting for it this time. Instead, just going for an all-out offensive approach.
That's right. That's some great adaptation there, saying, I win this game by just going full offensive on you right here.
Man, Derpologist didn't have to worry about Ninetales as much last battle because with the Tailwind up and so many Rock Slide users, it just kind of got buried. But this time, you know, the sun was out, the stars aligned, kind of shined into Derpologist's eyes a bit, and his whole team just burned away while he wasn't looking.
And you got to think
You gotta
about
wear those special glasses, man.
That's right. The big resist here is HEATMOR, who had access to the rock type move as well as resisting the fire type moves, and that died turn 1 to the waterfall from Dreadnought. So I'm gonna guess HEATMOR is not even coming close to coming out first in game 3.
No, I don't know what we've. Have we only seen it do Rock Slide the last battle? Because I haven't seen it make a very impressive showing. Fortress might have gotten 2-shot before, but it at least set up Sandstorm and a light screen in battle 1.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, just Volt Switch and Light Screen on this thing. Which
Volt Switch.
Light Screen is a good move you want to click on against this team, clearly. But also one thing I wanted to mention about this HEATMOR dying early being so pivotal, I wanted to check this. It has Flash Fire.
Oh.
So
I wonder if it's running that, though.
I would assume so.
That feels like the ability.
But that HEATMOR dying so early to that waterfall, you know, if we're back in that situation again, we might need to see a Cradily get switched into that slot just to get that Storm Drain boost.
That's true. Or even just the Cradily into the opposite slot, since Storm Drain works like Lightning Rod, right?
True. So let's see what happens in game 3. But now we've identified the win condition of both of these teams. And so how do we adapt to those? Let's find out.
All right, as it looks like we're on the ocean on a game 3, possibly a disadvantage to ABC, as Ninetales famously cannot swim. Actually, we don't have a lot of mons that can swim here. Dreadnought can swim, but enough waffling around. What kind of leads are we expecting for game 3, you think? Probably not HEATMOR, I'll say that.
Right, I'm anticipating ABC's probably saying, okay, Dreadnought did great last time. Let's get a Swords Dance on the Hitmonlee. So I would anticipate maybe Dreadnought Hitmonlee, or if you really want to set up with the Sigilif, I wouldn't hate that either. On the other side, probably Fortress to set up that light screen, and not HEATMOR. Doesn't really, probably Mandibuzz again. I think that game 1 and turn 1, or turn 1 and game 1 being that Fortress, Mandibuzz, let's set up my Tailwind, set up my light screen, put him in such an advantageous spot in game 1, I don't know why we wouldn't do it again.
Mandibuzz seems pretty safe too, seeing as it tanks most attacks from ABC.
Except
not everything, but it's bulky.
Yeah, except for a +2 CC from Hitmonlee, right?
Well, yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Sandaconda this time with Mandibuzz.
Yeah, I like this. We got Coil. Oh, and here's the Ninetales.
Strong. It is sunny out today.
What's stopping an Earthquake?
Air Slash on the Ninetales. That's odd. Probably just going for damage overall, just chipping it down. As the high horsepower, and it's gone!
It's gone! And that's the big threat! It's gone! Turn 1!
Yo, fuck a Reflect! As here comes a thick boy. ABC's pissed right now.
Tailwind! Oh! That's so smart! And Tailwind!
Tailwind, Coil.
Oh, no.
Snaky Boy's about to be... Mandibuzz goes down, but Snaky Boy's about to be like, nah, I eat those.
It's 0!
That's it.
Oh. How do you stop the Sandaconda now? What's your answer?
ABC's gonna have to switch into Noivern and go for a switcheroo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Sandaconda going for the Rock Slide. Super effective on both. Nope, just one target. I can't count. Can't read either. As the Giga Drain on the Noivern slot, not doing enough damage. The flinch.
Yeah, it was supposed to go into that Dreadnought, but a great switch into Noivern.
Heatwave on the Cradily. It's still going to do pretty comparable damage, dealing neutral. But here comes the Meteor Beam. Something's going to die!
Yeah!
Noivern. I will not be switcheroo, Derpologist says. Ice Beam does not take out the Cradily. This thing is bulky as hell.
It really is, and I'm +1 special. What are you doing? I'm under Tailwind. Oh, Protect? Interesting.
Luckily with the Steel Excite, high horsepower, doesn't deal a lot, being a very bulky defensive tank. Ice Beam in the water tag, not the best move, but I don't know what else it has. Luckily, Sigil's a flying type, so Steelix doesn't have to worry about killing his friend this turn.
That Ice Beam actually did a good amount of damage into the Sandaconda.
All things considered, I mean, it doesn't have a very high special defense, I guess.
Oh, true, actually. But for being Terra
Flex
Water...
gone, but so's the Tailwind.
But now, Tailwind being gone and no way to set it up with Manabuzz being dead could spell trouble.
Smart turn by ABC because... Oh, no, never mind. Here comes the Rock Slide. Not killing the Sigilyph, but dealing very good damage.
Which means he gets
if he's
another
smart.
turn off.
Yep, here comes the Aurorus. Good call. Sandaconda not going down without a fight at 3% from that Ice Beam. Here comes the Rock Slide taking out Sigilyph. And Aurorus about to scream.
That's it. It doesn't even matter if you're not Terran. You're still dead.
ABC set down to his Dreadnought and his Hitmonlee.
Notably, our Storm Drain Cradily is gone, so this is free to click Waterfall. Place kick into the Aurora slot.
Probably should have gone for a close combat instead, being both rock and ice.
True, yeah.
As the freeze dry. Oh, it is sashed.
Sash, right? Yeah.
That boy is certainly thick. Close combat on the Sandaconda slot instead, though. Opting to go -2 now. Dangerous.
Oh,
but
the
rock slide
kills it! Wait a minute!
Oh no, this is bad for Derpologist because both of these Mons are gonna get obliterated by a Blaze Kick and a Waterfall. What does he go?
It misses! Oh no! Is it over? Drop
Waterfall takes out the HEATMOR.
The Fortress kills the Dreadnought. It has to, but then the Blaze Kick, Sandstorm. But that won't kill the Dreadnought. It's Rock type.
No, this is bad for Derpologist. As the second Blaze Kick connects it survives. But what's it gonna do?
It lives!
It lives. Don't flinch. Volt switch.
But this Hitmonlee goes first. But we've seen HJK and we've seen Blaze Kick can miss. There's no way, right?
No, it's gonna go for close combat, right?
Oh, that's true. It could just go for CC.
Unless ABC's tough with it now, Blaze Kick.
He goes for the Blaze Kick! He's insane! He could have just done CC!
He could have missed. He could have done the whole fucking thing.
He could have! Wow!
As ABC takes game 3. Oh my god.
What a high tempo game! That was insane!
Where did it go wrong?
Where did it go wrong?
Derpal just had such a strong stance there, taking out Ninetales so early too.
I think something... I don't know, this Meteor Beam went into... We gotta protect here. Probably trying to read an Air Slash on here. I don't... It's probably somewhere in this situation here. I think you need to keep this Cradily alive for this Dreadnought in the back. So I think switching this out into something that is a little bit less valuable at this point, and just because Aurorus can kill the Steelix from here, but I don't know. It feels like maybe it should have been a higher priority to keep this Cradily alive, but maybe I'm over-focusing on how good Storm Drain is.
Yeah, because while it may prevent Dreadnought from using Waterfall, it still has a couple other moves. I don't remember what they were, but, it has stuff to deal with the other Mons.
Yeah, I think the Steelix was just, it was alive. I mean, here the Aurorus comes out here, right? And then...
Yeah, the Aurorus comes out and kills both of these Mons.
Right.
Well, I mean, technically Sandaconda gets the kill on the Sigilyph, but, like... Let's skip forward 2 turns.
Yeah.
What was it? Okay, Dreadnought and... Right. Okay. Sandaconda gets taken out, and then...
But kind of crazy to imagine, because here the Blaze Kick even missed. Oh, no, it missed the following turn, the Fortress.
But he goes for a Blaze Kick instead of CC on Aurorus.
Yeah, which was fine, actually. This Sash was so important.
That Sash is pivotal, yeah.
Great bring on that Sash. Now, I don't actually know if it makes a difference, but it's a bit interesting setting up the Sandstorm on the Fortress on this turn.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that, because even if Dreadnought wasn't a rock type and it killed him, like, you're still there with a Hitmonlee guaranteed, and you don't win that.
I wonder if this HEATMOR has Protect. Because if this HEATMOR has Protect in this situation, you can click Protect and maybe Volt Switch the Dreadnought so that way it can't kill you with Waterfall. And now you've got a 2v1 on this Hitmonlee. if that's what you're scared of this waterfall going in here. It allows you to kill this for free because even... I don't know.
I think if the HEATMOR had Protect, it would have used it here because Fortress could have easily dealt with the Dreadnought there, and then HEATMOR would have actually been able to do something this match. But you know, we give out MVPs, not least LVPs, whatever. You know.
HEATMOR really came in
and died like 3 times.
He really came in and just died to waterfall twice. Like,
I think man's like eked out a rock slide once, and maybe flinched someone. Good for him.
I think it was Rock
Future
2.
Zach to do the stats.
Actually,
it was Rock 2. You're right.
Yeah. And I think also Drain Punch. I think, but wow. What an interesting match. I think it was so high tempo, and maybe if I think back on this, maybe just prioritizing the Cradially's life a little bit more, and maybe that's a game for Derbologist. That was even with a miss on the Blaze Kick on the Fortress, which almost certainly actually no, it wouldn't have killed it because it only did 75% when it did land. So I don't know. It's very interesting.
In the end, I think on Derbologist's team, he had a lot of strong mons that kind of like either came out, set up, or just survived, or just killed something. And then he also had Fortress and HEATMOR too. And I'm not really sure how much they helped in the long term, you know, because Fortress survived a few hits, and in the first game set up Sandstorm and a light screen, and that's it. I don't remember what happened to it in the second game, but I think it just volt switched.
Yes, it just hit volt switch. I think it's very interesting because in game 1 we saw a huge success from the Mandibuzz and the Fortress being able to set up and just sort of go from there. And I wonder what Derbologist's mindset was bringing this Cradillian HEATMOR with the Flashfire / Storm Drain ability. Were they just those abilities because he thought they might be valuable, or did he bring them specifically for pivoting purposes? Because by the way he was sort of playing, we didn't really see those abilities proc due to pivoting. So maybe he just brought them because they might be useful, in contrast to having the power of that pivot.
I know it's pretty anti-doubles, but I feel like more pivoting from Derbologist could have helped him out more in the long term here, because I don't want to go back to Fortress and shit on it some more, but like I'm thinking about it, and like this is a singles ass mon. This thing sets up like spikes and stuff. It comes in, it tanks a hit, it gets sacked, you know, all that stuff. I don't know what it does in doubles, but maybe if it was used more as something to take hits, like especially in those last few turns of this match, because it didn't bring much value aside, it could have possibly saved Cradily for the end there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it run Sandstorm, Light Screen, Volt Switch. And I'm not entirely sure what that fourth one is. We saw it had Sturdy, which was very important in game 1. But once again, it just didn't end up mattering all too much in game 2 and game 3.
Quite a shame, but enough talking bad about those mons. Like, let's applaud fucking Mandibuzz for surviving everything, especially game 1.
True.
Fucking Sandaconda just setting up, not caring about the cool new shades it picked up with the choice specs in game 1, and just rock sliding all over the damn place.
That's right.
That shit was good.
ABC saw that gameplay and was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm dying. I got my strategy up and I'm still dying. What is happening? No, his shades are too powerful. Why did I give him away?
ABC quickly learned that, as he didn't use Switcheroo at all in game 2 or 3, I don't believe.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What
and
a
while
great
we're
set.
giving out mini MVPs, that Ninetales just,
Yeah,
game 2 Ninetales went crazy.
Yeah, Heat Wave. On top of the Noivern Choice Specs Heat Wave, just more damage.
Crazy shit all around.
But that's not all. We still have an entire other set
Yes, sir.
We got Diz.
Who do we got for
versus Guardian?
Diz versus Guardian. All right.
Now, Guardian obviously had a bye last week, so he didn't get to play, and Diz had to fight in these last 2 weeks. Has gone up 2-0, having some of the fastest sets that we have seen thus far. And I think, at least for me personally, one of the best narratives for this week is Guardian in the first draft, the popularity draft, as well as what we saw in week 1 versus Diwu, is one of the most defensive players, not only in this draft, but that I have ever played against in my life. Hands down. And Diz is the, you're dead on turn 4. You're dead on turn 6. Like, so this is the battle of pure offense and pure defense.
What is that phrase? The immovable object versus the unstoppable force?
That's right. And this set, in terms of Rising Star Draft, is going to show which one wins out.
Speaking of immovable objects, it's looking like Diz's team is pretty similar, if not the exact same as last week. Am I wrong or right again?
It's actually a week similar to week 1 with Arbolova coming in. However, I don't believe Lilligant was in his week 1 team.
I feel like I remember seeing Lilligant because I remember making a comment about, oh, Executor's not there, and he was there, and Arbolova was swapped out for something. Something's different. I can't place it. Did you? Maybe Diz got a haircut or something. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's probably it. He probably just got a haircut. I like your cut. It's pretty good.
I like your cut, G.
Like the cut, G. Let me just double check with this week 1 team, just see what the difference is, real quick. Oh, Turtonator. Turtonator was here.
Right, that thing.
Yeah, so week 1, Turtonator was here instead of Lilligant, and then in week 2, we were missing Arbolova in lieu of Turtonator.
Well, let's move on to Guardian's team. Let's see. Oh, I should be better about this. I should have his other team pulled up right now so I could be able to say, oh god, I'm stalling. Where is he?
Well, we
load,
see...
Please load.
Cloyster, Golurk, Golisopod. 3 Pokemon we did see from his week 1. If you remember, it had the Indeedee skill swap he was doing with the Golisopod and then throwing it onto other Pokemon to make them get that incredibly garbage emergency exit ability.
Oh, yeah. What? I forgot about that. What was Blood cooking that one?
He was cooking something, all right? He was in the kitchen.
He was in the kitchen, but like I don't think eggs got to be on the stove that long is all I'm saying.
Cloyster, Skill Link, it's a classic. I'm sure this thing is very similar to what it was running last time. You just run the good multi-attacking moves. And Golurk,
strong, scary mods.
Golurk's a Pokemon. And I believe we also saw Avalugg, right? Because it was Terra Dragon?
Yes, sir. With the curse, the setup. And did you mention Galiciapod? That one's also definitely a returning.
Yeah, that's the skill swap master himself. Well, indeed he is, but he's the skill swap volunteer himself.
But I am seeing 4 new faces with Xatu and Doug Trio.
I hate you so.
I almost said Doug, dude.
Yo, fuck Doug, dude. All right, I'ma say it. Right here. This is my call out, Poos.
He's the GOAT. He's the fucking ghost. Doug Dude is the GOAT. You can say whatever you want, but Doug Dude is the ghost. Thank you. All right.
That's right. If he was in the draft, this would be a different story. You heard that too, right?
There's so much hatred.
Can't even run a bit. But okay, so Doug Trio, like, I feel like I understand what Doug Trio does. It's fast. It's, I don't want to say it's strong, but like it does damage. And it's got Arena Trap.
Yeah.
It's doubles, so I don't know how much that matters here. But it's the dudes, you know. It's the Doug Trio that come in.
it's an interesting evaluation, especially against Diz's team, because Diz's team has been known to just say, we saw this in week 2, game 2 versus Shine, I'm going to set up Trick Room with my Executor, I'm going to get Torkoal in, and I'm going to clean house. Now, without Torkoal being in, you need to wait for one of your Pokemon to die with Arena Trap active. On the other hand, there's nothing stopping the Torkoal if he's already in. So, I feel like this could be a bit more of a double-edged sword than I initially think of it. But I'm sure he's got something cooking. Notably, Dugtrio is one of the faster Pokemon in this draft.
Oh, absolutely.
Boy can run for being stuck in the ground.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, they running.
Their funny little mole feet go and it makes that Flintstones noise.
Yeah,
You know the one.
But this thing is a ground type. It can run Rock Slide. It can run EQ. It can do things that hit this Torkoal for super effective damage. So unless Trick Room is up, it's possible that this Torkoal might be under a lot of pressure from Golisopod, from the Cloyster, from the Golurk, from the Dugtrio. So there's a lot of checks to this Torkoal.
Now, there's one more Mon that I've only mentioned, and I need to know, because I see this thing. I see Xatu. What the fuck does this Mon do?
So,
at all?
What does Xatu do is a great question. So, Xatu is our second beloved holder of Wyatt's favorite move, Skill Swap. Guardian and his Skill Swap. So, it's possible we might see another Skill Swap with this Golisopod. I'm a little worried it might be a little slow. Xatu, on the other hand, also can run, or not run, but it has Magic Bounce.
Ooh, okay, that's actually good. And consistent, I should say.
Yes. So, I know it can run that. That's about the extent of what I can think about Xatu off the top of my head.
I'm desperately trying to find other stuff that it does. It evolves at level 25.
Oh, that is extremely relevant.
The female and male version are different, but I can't tell the difference. There's a different line on their belly.
Thank you for subscribing to Xatu Facts.
But like the only other thing I could think of is maybe Guardian was like, okay, I have Dugtrio because I want to kill that fucking turtle that I hate with Earthquake, but I don't have him on that is that's immune to Earthquake. Oh, I have a flying one. This will do, I guess. Like I don't know.
Now, I do also want to note one more Pokemon on Diz's team here, which is the Robska Revival Blessing. So,
right.
Even if you can find an answer to my Torkoal, do you have a consistent answer that allows me to bring this Pokemon back? We have our Bolova that's providing some recovery from it with its Seed Soar ability. We have the Executor who's just generally bulky, who can hit you with some Psychics. We've got Lilligant, who's got Chlorophyll and will beat your ass. I know this is a tried and true. It's been 2 weeks. Diz's team is solid. I want to see how Guardian's going to overcome this.
Agreed. It's enough screwing around. Let's get into it.
All right.
Okay, sorry about the delay. Okay, as we get a good luck have fun for both sides. We love some sportsmanship here. Diz, no nicknames, but Guardian holding it up on his shoulders with "It's a Trap" the Dugtrio and Skill Issue the Cloyster, which is a very good name.
That's a fantastic name. Talking about this opening here, I'm not sure if this is a read on Guardian's part here that you're going to start Torkoal, but this Dugtrio is trapping this Lilligant and Torkoal in here. Now, whether it's you're trapped in here with me or not, there's no Trick Room. So, can you answer this Torkoal turn 1? I think is a great question.
And I think more importantly, what is the move here? Is we Terra Fire. Diz is
Uh-oh.
It's your turn.
You're dead.
No choice. Oh, the Sash is on the Cloister.
Sash. Okay, huge.
Rock Blast the Torkoal. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Crit. 4.
Yep.
Oh, 5. Sorry.
Good.
It does not kill the Torkoal because this thing is bulky.
Yeah, and what's stopping this from happening again is my question.
As we got Guardian setting out Golurk, most likely revealing the fact that it has Wyvgard with that name, but let's not say anything too soon as the Stone Edge comes out and takes out the Torkoal.
Okay, huge. That's actually incredibly important. Torkoal is down. You 1-for-1'd. Yes, you have an almost dead Cloister for it, but you 1-for-1'd the Torkoal.
And, of course, Lilligant is still on the field with Chlorophyll, and there's a Rabska in the back. But, you know, we got the Torkoal.
We got the Torkoal.
Boss down. Oh, missing a Leaf Storm.
That's so bad for Diz here.
As we're hitting 3. Let's check it. Hit the berry. 4, 5. Half health on Diz's Executor. He crashed, and this thing holds onto its Focus Sash.
Another
no burn,
sash.
or else that would be helpful. As we're setting up the Trick Room.
Harvest Trigger. We're eating good today.
But if that Icicle Spear gets out, then the Giga Drain does not kill the Golurk. He crashed on the Executor. The crit.
Ooh, crit doesn't.
Not enough.
Okay, there goes the Lilligant. Where now our speed is completely reversed thanks to Executor. Harvest, we're eating again.
Who's going to come on a Diz's side? I want to guess. Nope, Rabska. Oh, the Golden Beetle.
Interesting, because you might... Oh, right, because you're slower. That's right, Trick Room.
Psyshock. And the Giga Drain to take out Guardian. That crit did not matter.
All right.
As we're reduced 3 to 4 now.
That's right. We're still eating with his Executor. Rabska's free to hit a Revival Blessing here.
Gibbs, no warning. What a leech. As we're doing our Terra Dragon. Diz smartly going for the Protect. Possibly going for the first impression, taking out the Executor. Get that shit out of here. Yeah,
I mean, that first impression, you're quad weak to it. This thing will always go first. Doesn't matter about Trick Room, because priority. That Executor was not long for this world.
As now Copperjaw's coming out. Now, will Diz go for the Revival Blessing this time? As here comes the Super Slide. Yep, here it is.
Just barely missing the emergency exit proc on Golisopod.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Leaving it free to hit a Liquidate on Copperjaw, taking it out.
Yeah, that is Copperrush is down. Torkoal is back, but we're out of Trick Room. And there's no after you.
But our Believe is out. In the grassy terrain. And the Stone Edge, wow, that's just nothing on that thing. It's bulky. Hyper Voice also doing basically nothing, but Chip is Chip. And we set up the Trick Room once again.
Okay, now Trick Room is up. I mean, we got Torkoal. Now, here's an interesting thing I actually don't know. Does it? It doesn't keep its Terra, right?
I want to say no. Because you know how when Terramons die, they like the big Terra explosion goes ching.
Yes, you're right, yeah.
Plus, that would be broken. The Stone is just nothing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this
Poison Jab on the... Not going for the leech. Oh, the poison!
That is pretty big. It's going to negate this grassy terrain.
Every little bit helps.
That's right, because Zarbola's dead to another one, and these guys just aren't taking enough that I think Diz was expecting this Hyper Voice to do.
I wonder if Guardian is strategically trying not to kill the Arboliva with a Leech Life, instead opting to wait out the Trick Room before Torkoal comes back in.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and this is just key, because if this Torkoal ever comes out, and you're seeing that this Stone Edge is going straight into this Rabska slot, like, you cannot make this Rabska your Torkoal, because you are taking too much damage. And so it's just repeatedly hitting into this. Not only is it super effective, but even if you switch it to Torkoal, it's super effective. This is a catch-21.
I must apologize. Zatu comes out with the incredible name of Quan! I'm not sure what that's about, but I like it.
Psyshock, yeah, not enough to do a good amount of damage.
Psyshock on the Psychic Mon slot, very interesting, as the Stone Edge does just enough to take care of Rabska.
Well,
we set up a light screen because we do not want to get fucking obliterated by that overheat.
That's right. And one thing about that Psyshock, because it hits physical defense, it's not going to actually hit this Avalok for much.
Oh yeah, very interesting choice there. But people usually run Psyshock instead of Psychic for some reason. I never understood that.
And it really depends on what you're going up against.
Here comes the heat wave, but with the light screen, it's just not enough as the Satu goes down. But your boy,
that light screen is so important.
Earthquake that does nothing with the grassy terrain. No Guardian.
Yeah, and the Reflectus is doing negative damage, literally with grassy terrain.
Oh, buddy, but here comes Galissapod. You better make a good first impression, or else this is gonna be rough right now.
Arboliva
goes down.
And we're out of Trick Room, which means this Torkoal is going last every single time. How much does this Heat Wave do?
Too much. It misses the Galissapod and does not kill the Avalug.
It doesn't kill.
His name.
Wait,
this might be it for Diz.
This light screen is so important. Liquidation takes out the Torkoal, and that is not only a win for Guardian, but actually Diz's first loss in the entire draft. Just game-wise.
Fuck, I choked on Boba.
No, the Boba.
As this goes down, holy shit. Super well played from Guardian, and GG's for both sides. Yeah. Love this sportsmanship.
Wow, not only this Terra Dragon to resist the fire, the light screen from that Xatu put in so much work, barely keeping that Avalug alive. This incredible play.
Goodness.
The first impression on this Galissapod, put in work into this Executor, put in work into this Arboliva, will do neutral damage to this Rabska, and super effective to Lilligant. Bug is just good into this team.
It really felt like Diz had everything set up for himself too. Turn one, we got the overheat, we got the chlorophyll Lilligant on the screen, on the screen, whatever,
yeah,
on the screen. Rabska got to hit off a revival blessing on the Torkoal. Everything looked good on Diz's side, and yet Guardian just dealt with it.
Yeah, so I think something obvious to look at here is how important this focus sash is on the Cloister. It guarantees I'm going to get a Rock Blast into your Torkoal. It's going to fall down to low HP, and now, maybe I've spec'd it this way. I will get 2 hits on your Torkoal. I will take it down. And I'm going to hope at that point you can't find yourself in a spot to set this up again. And that Doug trio out the front is saying, well, guess what? You're locked into this now. I know what your play is here. I'm going to sack my Doug trio specifically so I can guarantee take care of your Torkoal. And if that was Guardian's game plan, it worked out perfectly. Because at the end of the day, the core of this team is all revolved around this Torkoal. So if you build your entire team to deal with Torkoal, and then you just have Galissapod here, who I take care of 4/5 of your remaining Pokemon, that's all I need.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Diz's team is really weak to Bug.
Yeah. I mean, the only ones that resist are Torkoal and Caparajah, and, like we said before, Galissapod's not meant to deal with Torkoal. It did on the final turn, actually. It did a liquidation into it. But, it's not specifically designed for it. It just also has that capability.
Jeez, really a remarkable game one from Guardian this time.
And a great indicator of, you know what? Torkoal Sun isn't unbeatable. So let's head into game number 2.
I don't know how Diz is going to change up his play, because, like I said, he was set up. I don't know how this is going to change. I really don't.
Well, I think what you could do from Diz's perspective here is that turn 1 good enough for me? And if it is, what went wrong in game 1 that ended up putting me in that losing position? Was it the Terra Dragon on the Avalug? Do I need to maybe focus things elsewhere? Was it the light screen from the Xatu? which parts of it made it so I couldn't win even if I got everything set up. And it's finding those weaknesses and saying, how can I tackle those weaknesses? And if I am okay with that, and we're going down that world here, then I need to find those and isolate them. But if I'm not okay with that, maybe I don't start Torkoal Lilligant and do the After You Eruption. Because Doug Trio's going to force me into this world if I stay Torkoal Lilligant turn 1.
I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, let's see. Game number 2.
Leading off with Arboliva this time, and Executor.
Anticipating this Executor is going for a Trick Room here, and we see the Doug Trio is here again.
The Avalugg, a new arrival. As we're Avalanche is nothing to the Executor, despite being super effective. As we're setting up a Reflect and a Trick Room. Diglett sees the writing on the wall and gets out of there.
Yep.
This Hyper Voice is going to start chipping away at everything.
Great swap on that Giga Drain.
Tries an Avalanche on Arboliva. A little better this time, but, still not great. I wonder what Guardian's thinking here.
Notably, this isn't a Terra Dragon from the Avalugg here. So maybe he's saving that Terra.
Opting to swap Galiciapod in. Hopefully it doesn't get doubled here.
I do want to point...
No, it gets doubled!
Yeah. No! An emergency exit.
He's just going to take a bunch of damage and have Golurk come out now instead.
I do want to mention one thing about this Avalugg. We talked about the physical defense, special defense with Psyshock. This Avalugg is taking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this thing's Assault Vest? Because this thing should take an insane amount of damage from a Hyper Voice.
You might be right, because normally when Guardian sends out that Avalugg, it Terra Dragons and starts cursing. And it hasn't revealed curse for these last 2 games. So yeah, maybe it is AV.
Yeah, it's only been attacking. So it could be AV, which is a very smart play versus a team that is going for Giga Drain. It's going for Eruption. It's going for Heat Wave. It's going for, other special attacking moves.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of special attackers on Diz's team. Terra Dragon on the Golurk this time as it's resisting the Giga Drain for the Arboliva.
Yeah, it clearly has big goals for this Golurk here.
As we get a dynamic punch and we hit and confuse the Arboliva. Guardian, what? Oh my goodness. Really
no guard! It's no guard Golurk!
Right. Oh, not the Machamp shit. Oh my lord. Guardian.
Giving up the Iron Fist consistency to go for no guard dynamic punch.
As Diz doesn't really know what to do, hits another dynamic punch.
Yeah, that normal grass typing on that Arboliva not being good for it. Oh my, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even think about dynamic punch. And now if you dynamic punch a Torkoal, now it has a percentage chance to not be able to Eruption or Heat Wave.
Oh, Guardian really playing the slots at this. Even if he's going to hit every time, that confusion is just super helpful. That's going to deal a lot to the steel type Caparajah.
Swapping
confusion as well.
Caparajah.
Body press just to make sure. Get that elephant out of here.
Very interesting to swap into Caparajah on this turn. Like, what's stopping Guardian from doing anything different?
Mm-hmm.
What was this Caparajah here to do?
Guardian also very smartly realizing the Executor is not really doing much to these 2 mons on his field, so opts to double the Caparajah slot.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Psyshock is not hitting either of these guys for good damage. Giga Drain is resisted by both of them. And sure, set up Trick Room. See if I care. He did.
He did. Grassy Terrain's gone. Here's Torkoal.
Here it is what we're waiting for. Terra, fire. Let's light this up.
The dimensions are twisted. There goes Avalugg, as predicted. But Golurk stays up, even with the Giga Drain hitting him as well. Hits the Stone Edge on Torkoal. Does pretty good damage. I wonder if he should have gone for the Dynamic Punch, though, just like you said. Yeah. However, that Stone Edge doing a lot of damage.
It's interesting, because Stone Edge is doing probably more damage, but...
For suppression,
yep. We knew that's going to happen. But, yeah, this Executor is going to get one more hit and can probably Heat Wave kill both of these Pokemon.
Actually, with the Trick Room still up, I'm not sure why Diz opted for protecting the Torkoal, because he's just waiting out more Trick Room turns.
Oh, that's actually
maybe
a good
worried
point.
about an Aqua Jet, but even then, that's not going to kill his Torkoal. Here comes the Heat Wave. That's what you should have done, man. Look at it. Look at the results. Look at the results.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking back at this turn. I'm saying, what's the difference here? Like, if you're going to lose your Executor anyway to this first impression, what are you scared of? You're going first. Revival Blessing. Who's coming back?
Caparajah.
Interesting. That Caparajah didn't do too much on its first life.
Well, to be fair, it got doubled almost immediately and didn't get to even breathe.
And now
you're going for another Protect.
And they're both gone now. Oh.
Oof.
But this is the final room turn to Trick Room.
Smart of Guardian to keep Dugtrio alive then.
So now Robska probably has to go for a Trick Room here. Protect Trick Room. Could be...
Substitute. Interesting.
Whoa.
Rock Blast. That's going to take out the Torkoal for sure. That crit does not matter as 3 hits takes out this Torkoal.
Interesting that there's no Protect from that Torkoal. We know he has it, and if you take this turn to set up the Trick Room with Robska, it might be a different story. Now, the Substitute's a whole other thing we could talk about. But I think base level Protect Trick Room, because we know this Robska has it, would be a good start. Now,
he was worried that the Rapska would have gotten taken out, but even then, I'm still setting up the Trick Room. Yeah, I don't understand. Diz must really be stressing out right now. Yeah. Even though Guardian's down to his last 2 Mons.
And now Sunlight is faded. Trick Room is up.
Ironhead, the read on the Protect. Doubles it. Oh my god. Diz really scared of that Cloyster, as he should be. Earthquake takes out the Caparajah.
And that Revival Blessing did actually nothing this game.
As we reduce 2-2, Lilligant with no sun and in the Trick Room. Substitute goes down, and we hit the Icicle Spear on the Lilligant, definitely taking it down. Crit, once again, not mattering, but adding insult to injury as it hits 3 times. Okay, 3 times, yep. 3 times, can't count. 3 times, and the Lilligant's down. Guardian opting for a second substitute, just in case, because these poor little guys are really frail. One Psyshock takes him out. Rock Blast, that thing is very defensive if it's surviving this.
Yeah,
but unfortunately for Diz, it survives this, but yeah, even if it didn't survive that next turn, it was not going to make it, as it can't revive itself. Rapska goes down, and Guardian wins game 2. Game, set, and match, right?
Yeah, that's 2-0.
Wow.
I think this was obviously a great job by Guardian for recognizing what Diz's team is capable of from watching the first 2 weeks. Go subscribe to Drizzlefrog to watch the first 2 weeks of the Rising Star Draft. And
subscribe, hit the bell.
Yep. So that way you don't miss a single video. But we saw the adaptation from those first 2 weeks, saying this is how I'm going to counter you. This is how I'm going to counter your Torkoal. And I'm completely throwing you off of your game. You are now forced to adapt in a situation you haven't had to do yet. And I think Diz made a couple plays there that he probably just wasn't comfortable being in that spot because he's never been forced into that spot before.
Goodness, I'm sorry. It's kind of exciting to see Guardian pop off, especially with how dominant Diz has been so far in these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to this in a little bit, but this week has really shaken up the standings for where we're going into in week 4, because now with Diz down, Guardian actually lost his first week, so now he's up 1-1. Diz is 2-1. Like, this is going to be an insanely close draft, and we're only halfway through. Playoffs are available for everybody.
What?
Playoffs
Did you say that like it was, well, are they behind a paywall? What do you mean they're available?
If you pay $5.99, you can make it into playoffs.
No.
No, I mean, it's anybody has a chance of getting into playoffs at this point.
God. Yeah, it's anybody's game. That's what I'm sorry.
Yes. It's anybody's game, can get into playoffs. You have a few people who may have come out the gate slow, but I see a lot of 1-1s, 2-1s. It's really gonna be a hard fight for those top 4 spots.
Mm-hmm. Actually, since you mentioned it, could we look at the standings real quick? What are we currently at? I know there's been a few buys both this week and last week, but what are we looking at? What are the scores?
Right, so that is a good point. So let's start with Diz at the very top here. So Diz is now 2-1, having just taken his first loss of a set, put him back down to earth with the rest of after that dominant showing from Guardian in this set here. Shine
still looking strong with his head up though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Diz is just, now that he's experienced defeat, now he gets to go into the future sets and figure out how to play on the back foot. That's the important part.
He's getting that humbling, you know, like when Kaiba loses and he's like, "Oh, how could this happen?" You know, that kind of shit.
Exactly. You are the
Kaiba.
Kaiba.
He's about to come back with a god card or some shit.
Like, wait a minute.
Show. I should have done like a who loses a Pokemon? Ash. Ash loses a lot.
Yeah, and then brings in Ash Greninja, and then like, what are we even doing here?
Yeah, and then he loses again. Anyways, Shine. What's Shine's standings?
Shine is at 0-2 currently, having lost both of their sets so far. But notably, those sets were to Derbologist, who we'll get to in a second with his stats, and Diz, who, like we just said, is 2-0. So he's fought some of the people who have come out of the gate swinging.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely not count Shine out, even though he's currently at the lowest standing so far. Next
Definitely
up,
been showing strong showings, just with some awfully unconventional strategies for a doubles format.
True. Yeah. I mean, Moxie Mightyena.
Man, he got the attack boost that one game.
2 games, actually. He's gotten the attack.
2 games.
Yeah. Guardian, just picking up his win this week, actually puts him at 1-1 for the week, or for the entire draft.
Mm-hmm.
Joining Diwu, who is also 1-1.
Nice even Stevens.
Yep. So them being 1-1 is, Diwu beat Guardian, and then Diwu lost to ABC. So, and due to his bye this week,
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, speaking of both Guardian and Diwu, the defensive players, it's really cool to have seen Diwu beat Guardian in that sort of play between the two of them, especially that Palisand. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see Guardian come in and say, okay, yeah, I may have lost a defensive Ditto, but let me show you how I really fight an offensive player here.
Yeah.
Show you my specialty.
He really showed off this week.
Yeah. So Derbologist is actually 1-1 at this point, having won his first set that he fought versus Shine, and then losing to ABC as we saw this week in that close 3-game set.
Mm-hmm. It really was a heartbreaking set for Derbologist, but ABC did win out in the end with just a really strong showing, especially game 2 with that Ninetales.
Yep. Heatwave, man. Hell of a drug. And finally, we have ABC 102493, who came into this draft initially 0-1, and now has climbed his way up to 2-1, taking down Diwu and Derbologist. The only loss that he's taken was to Diz in that first week. Now actually tying him with Diz at the top of the rankings right now.
Wow. Both Diz and ABC, I believe, are newer to our draft, not appearing in our previous Season 1 draft. That right?
That's correct. They're both new.
Wow. Love seeing the new blood, the greenhorns, take the top of the pedestal, at least for now.
That's right, because this is week 3, and that means Diz and ABC are going to get a break in this upcoming week. When we head into week 4, they will be the ones with the buys. So their results are currently a little bit skewed because we've gotten to see more games out of them. But they are currently at the top of the pedestal, waiting to see who's going to rise up and challenge them from Shine, Guardian, Daewoo, and Derpologist.
So with those being our current standings, what battles do we have to look forward to in week 4?
So week 4, like I said, we're going to have Diz and ABC are taking their break this week. They have their bye. So we're going to be seeing Guardian versus Shine.
Okay.
And we're going to have Derpologist versus Daewoo.
Did you hesitate as well because you saw Ash Ketchum versus Daewoo?
Hush, hush.
No, you're right. Only I can make that mistake. Cut that out.
Cut it out. I can't make mistakes. I edit the videos. Power goes to the editor.
Yo, fair play, fair play. And we have Diz and ABC, both currently top of the leaderboards, both with a bye next week.
Yep.
So seeing a Guardian versus Shine and Derpologist versus Daewoo. Guardian definitely clapping back this week. I sort of hope that Shine has some idea of what to do. Hopefully does some research on, especially this week's match with Guardian, to see if there's some sort of counter strategy that he could employ, because I really want to see Shine take a W for this draft, because he's got strong picks. He's made some strong plays, but like it just doesn't work out for him. And I'd love to see something different for him.
Yeah, I would love to see a new team utilize those other 5 Pokemon that you haven't yet. And I remember when I was playing in this draft, in the popularity draft, one of my favorite things to do going into a matchup was see how they won in previous weeks. Because if you can see their strategy and sort of figure out how they would go about winning, you can do your best to counter that. And you have this incredible display here from this week versus Diz to look at and see what was Guardian's strategy to win. How do I beat that?
Or you can get +3 Moxie on your Mightyena and win.
That's right. Live the dream, baby.
The choice is yours. Think of the high you'll feel.
When you're +3 play roughing his Terra Dragon Avalug.
Oh, God.
And then it living because it's got 180 defense.
So many things could go wrong. Oh, my God. But the other match, Derpologist versus Daewoo, both some pretty strong returning players from the previous draft. Derp kind of got gypped out of his win this week, but curious to see how he'll get up from that and further optimize his team and see how he'll do against Daewoo.
Yeah, notably, I think, once again, this is coming from a bye, so Daewoo has some research to go with. Derpologist has been the most versatile with his team. To see brand new Pokemon from his entire team at this point. So I think it's going to be super good for Daewoo to look at this, maybe watch the video, just watch the replays. Now you have an idea of everything that Derpologist's team is capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And from Derpologist's side, then, Daewoo had his 1 week with his Palisand that he really got to clean house with, and then lost versus ABC, so you see it from both sides of the coin. Do you expect Palisands coming back again? Is it going to be Terra Ghost? Will Daewoo switch it up going forward? Who knows?
One of these players will do more research and end up the victor in the end.
Yep, and notably, Daewoo and Derpologist, both 1-1. The winner of that will be joining Diz and ABC at that 2-1 record at the very top.
Ooh, that makes it extra exciting.
That's right. I don't like the way you said that.
What? I want him to win. Not anyone in particular. I just want people to win.
Yeah. And one of them will win. That's the beauty of it.
That is, well,
Oh.
Jake said.
Well, okay, I would be very impressed if neither of them won their game.
We have to write some fucking rules.
Yeah. Well, it is a bit of a darn shame that those are the only 2 matches we have for the players this week.
Yeah, you might, keen watchers, not quite listeners, might notice that there's a bit of extra time left in this video, and we actually have a bit of a special match of bonus content for you all. And if he's here and available, I'm going to U-turn out to our very own eponymous Drizzlefrog to announce the special bout. Drizzle?
Hi.
He's here.
I'm
He was real the
Drizzlefrog.
whole time.
Oh
I was here. It was never your illusion. It was never your fantasy, even if you might want it to be. Shout out to both Zach and Trevor for doing a fantastic job with the draft so far. And shout out to all of you for sticking through and playing. Some people had to leave. Whatever the reasons may be, we still want to give you guys content. Like Trevor said, it's bonus additional content. We got a few fights for you that is going to be admin versus ad. In the draft, we have 4 admins and a special guest that helps us with some stuff here and there. And since Trevor and Zayes are both commentating the matches, what we're going to go ahead and do is have me, Gloria, who goes by JG Witzel, and Drake, who goes by definitely Drake, or definitely Jesse now. We every week for the next 3 weeks, we're just going to have a couple of bonus fights for you. And this week's bonus fights are between Gloria and Drake. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic back to the boys. Let them commentate these matches for you guys. Please enjoy.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, you cute.
Well, that's an exciting match. Gloria versus Drake. We know Drake from the last draft, taking 2nd place, one of the most analytical players that I've ever had the pleasure of facing. I mean, and Gloria is probably one of the most competitively, minded people I've ever had the pleasure of talking to.
Mm-hmm. To the extent that she goes by Sensei to some people, so if I call her that, that is why.
Yeah, these 2 are some of the most competitive people I have ever met, and to see them fight against one another in a battle is going to be super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome to the bonus match of Drake versus Gloria. We got these teams for you right here, which these all come from their picks that they made, once again, from the remainder that you guys didn't pick. So we're going to have all 3 of their teams for Gloria, Drake, as well as Pedro appearing right here on the screen. And wow, I'm ready to get into some bonus content.
Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this.
All right.
With Pedro not participating in this battle, he has opted to be in the stands, yelling at us at the battle. And it looks like he has hot dog and a popcorn.
Oh.
Yeah, I also got the Biggie soda.
Oh, the Biggie soda, yeah.
Wow.
I see it now. I can hear the ice from down here.
Very
I
loud.
opted for no ice, but they gave me extra.
They always
Damn.
do that.
That's tough.
But let's take a look at these teams as we got definitely Drake and Broken Bones Owie, aka Gloria, aka Sensei, aka Gloria.
If I may, I want to talk a little bit about the players. Both of these players are people I've known for a long time. Sensei is the person who taught me how to play Pokemon. And Drake is a person who I taught how to play Pokemon. So this is literally grandma and grandson right here. Both of these players are very analytical players. Sensei usually opts for more offensive strategies, whereas Drake will kind of balance it around whatever he wants to do, whatever they want to do. Sorry. They're a very tactical player, as Zach said earlier. Whereas Sensei picks what wins games and goes with it. So I'm curious to see, like, how both of these players adapt to that strategy, and if they even know that the other have that strategy.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, Pedro, when you were going into this draft with these other two, did you have a general strategy in mind? Were you planning around either of their teams? Like,
100%. I was picking. I specifically picked Pokemon to, and we'll talk later about the Pokemon I picked. I wanted to be a surprise for everyone once they see them. But the Pokemon I picked were specifically Pokemon that had strategies against some of the things I saw them pick. Like I saw Spore. There's no fucking way I'm not picking the only guy with electric terrain. Spoiler: I have Pincurchin, you know. Things like that. And but I definitely was thinking about what they were picking, because these are two players that I think are better than me, which I know is crazy, right? Because I taught Drake, but no, I genuinely do believe that Drake is better than me as a player, and I do think that Sensei is infinitely better than me.
I definitely have to butt in and say you're definitely thinking something with some of these picks. Respectfully, there's a couple of water types that I don't agree with, but I guess we'll see. I'll let you listen. It's your kitchen.
Look, man, all I'm saying is someone had to pick them. I know the two you're referring to, and someone had to pick both of them. That's all I'm saying.
It's not true. You know, there were 7 Pokemon that were not picked that didn't have to be picked.
No, someone had to pick them, and I'm glad it was me.
Yeah, I'm glad we got some representation from
But why don't you guys hit us with the team analysis here?
Okay, we got Furfrou with a fur coat. That's just straight Gucci. High defense, low to fire. Got an electric, no mega, kind of fast. That's about it. Dusk Noir. Bulky, not Eviolite Dusclops, but it's bulky. Might like Pain Split or something. I don't fucking know. We have Spore. We have this fucking thing, and then we have Wind Rider.
Wow, you just disrespected Dunsparce like that?
I mean, Pokemon Company didn't respect this fucking thing with this evolution. You see this?
Yo, chill the fuck out, man.
I'm pissed.
It makes sense from a perspective.
Yeah, that Dunsparce fans don't deserve shit.
That's fucked up. We're cutting this.
Yo, there's...
What? That's insane. I'm right. You know I'm right.
I know you're right. I just can't put it on my YouTube.
Oh shit, this is his YouTube.
Unless it says outtakes, which, mind you, the outtakes are going to be fire.
Oh.
But anyways, that's what I see on Drake's team. What do you see? You have a smarter eye than me, a smarter mind, a smarter ear. I don't know. What do you see here, Zach?
Well, like you said, Wind Rider is the big thing that I'm seeing. To Dunsparce, I believe being able to set up Tailwind. So that's like immediately is something I'm looking at. I mean, to Dunsparce just in general, I think was a super slept on pick in the draft. This thing's got access to Boom Burst. It's already a normal type. That does insane damage. Tack on Terra on top of it. This thing does literally billions of damage to every Pokemon. We got Parasect, Mr. Spore himself.
Also, to interrupt you real quick, sorry. Mm-hmm. Another thing about the Dunsparce is its signature move, Hyper Drill, which goes through Protect.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. And I believe it's 100 base power.
Is it normal type?
Normal 100% accuracy, 100 base power. Normal type move. Yeah, it gets stab and everything. Goes through Protect.
Good move alert.
Yeah. But go on, Zach. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, no, you're good. I mean, we got Mr. Spore coming here with Parasect. That's about all I know this Pokemon can do.
Top of the Sporting.
But, yeah, I think Drake's got a really solid team here. It's got some great ways to sort of support itself, as well as good ways to pump out some damage with this Manectric and this Dunsparce. and some real defensive core here of this Furfrou. I know Duskmore is typically a very bulky Pokemon. So, yeah, I'm pretty impressed by Drake's team here, especially that they were given some leftovers. Not the item. Hold the recovery.
Unless.
But then moving on to Gloria's team has some of the craziest cooking I've ever seen here. Just to start off, we got X-Bloud, which is like the Dunsparce, but worse. Thoughts?
I mean, that's Bobby Boomburst. I'm not going to put too much disrespect on him, but you are right. The Dunsparce is better.
The Dunsparce is better, except in special attack, because for some reason, X-Bloud hits crazy special attack. Like, hold on, let me make sure I'm not bugging.
Is it in the hundreds? I feel like you're right.
Oh no, I'm bugging. It's 91. Never mind.
Oh.
My bad.
Now,
I'll go back to
something that is notable about this matchup, particularly against this Dusknoir, it does have access to Scrappy.
Yes, it does.
So it will be able to Boom Burst the Ghost type that's on Drake's team, which means it's not completely irrelevant.
It also hits everything neutral in this team for Boom Burst. So Boom Burst is everything period.
Yeah. And then moving on, we got the Ambipom, probably the most hyped up Pokemon that wasn't picked, I would say. Besides Seeking, of course.
What's this thing do besides Technician Fake Out? Because that feels good, but like, what else?
That's what it's probably going to do, because if it was someone other than Sensei, I already know what Zach and I are talking about.
Yeah.
And that's Big Nugget, Double Fling. Or no, what? Pick up Big Nugget, that's right.
You throw a rock, you pick it up. You throw the rock.
But yes, Ambipom is best for its Technician. It's being able to use, especially in this metagame, and Sensei is a Gen 5 player. I know she's going to have a gem on this monkey. She's going to have the normal gem, Fake Out. That's my hard grade. And then she's going to have Acrobatics in there. And that is a very strong combination.
Yeah.
Does Acrobatics get boosted by Technician?
No, it does not. Not post item change.
Okay.
Just thinking about Acrobatics here, we have Shiftry and Parasect are both weak to that Acrobatics, so that would be a great bring on her part. Then we got Caracosta, the Water Rock big lad wearing a bulletproof vest. This thing is... It's a Pokemon. Like,
Is he a Swift Swimmer?
Does, yes. Which...
Swift Swim, Solid Rock, and Sturdy are all pretty good abilities.
He gets Sturdy, okay.
Yeah. Which might be relevant if we're seeing like a Leaf Blade or something come out from the Shiftry. Notably, the resist to a Boom Burst if it's coming out from the Dunsparce.
Being a Water Rock.
Yeah.
I gotta say, actually looking at this mon, his design's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, it definitely looks cool.
It's like an armored turtle.
Yeah, I love Caracosta aesthetically.
No, I would agree with that. Me too.
We then move on to...
Did we mention Dustox?
We don't have to.
That was on purpose.
Oh. What's wrong with... Hold on, what's wrong?
It's Dustox, bro. It's got the lowest VST of the entire draft.
Yeah. Boasting an impressive...
Cool.
385 VST.
Which, by the way, the next highest is in the 400s. Or the next lowest is in the 400s, right, Zach?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
He might cook.
Don't get me wrong. This Pokemon has moves. It actually has some solid moves. It looks like a Pokemon that should have Spore. And it doesn't.
It does.
Yeah. Now, notably, it does have two pretty good abilities. Shield Dust and Compound Eyes are both capable of creating some pretty cool movesets from it. Compound Eyes, I think, specifically for the offensive capabilities. I think this thing learns Quiver Dance.
Yes.
That's about all I can really say about Dustox. It requires a lot of setup in order to do anything. I don't know.
I want to believe.
We'll see if they cook.
We'll see.
Yeah, she's got also Licky Licky, the third pure normal type on her team.
Huh.
So if we got some fighting type coverage on Drake's team, she might be in for a world of hurt. Not to mention this Caracasta and Bombardier's taking neutral damage as well.
It's worth noting, I think the only fighting moves that any of the Pokemon in the bottom can learn is Focus Blast.
Oh, that is the best move in the game, if it lands.
But I don't know which one of them can learn it. I think maybe Dusknoir can learn a physical.
Dusknoir definitely can.
But I don't think any of the other Pokemon down there can actually learn anything other than maybe Hidden Power or Terra Fighting.
Shiftry doesn't learn a fighting type physical move?
I don't think so, no.
Wow.
Maybe Vacuum Wave?
Maybe.
Which is special, mind you, but still.
But yeah, that's our teams. Enough waffling around. We're muted. We got our speed at slow. Are we ready to see game one of this?
Let's see game one. Let's jump into it.
All right. Starting off with Young Wind Rider and the Dunsparce.
No nicknames.
How we got no nicknames?
Dustox. Oh, no nicknames.
That's crazy.
This sucks.
You two need to step your game up. That's crazy.
Fake out on the Dustox. Obviously the biggest threat. As we set up the Tailwind.
Yep. Here's the Tailwind Wind Rider we were talking about.
Power up punch. Okay. We have the strat for this thing. Foul play does directly counter it though.
Oh my
Dustox
god.
lives.
Yo? Unseen footage?
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh my lord, that's 4 times effective. Oof.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Dustox!
Do you guys think that the Dustox is built like physically defensive just to survive that fucking rock slide? Because
That Gloria would.
That's crazy.
Yeah, living that is kind of impressive as a Dustox, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
We got the double switch here.
I guess it's bug poison, not bug flying, so maybe that's why. But the discharge does take it out. It paralyzes himself and Licky Licky.
Whoa, double para is crazy.
Goes for the return on the Parasect. Not enough damage, but still insane.
Yeah, that's that +1. Oh.
Here comes Bobby Boomburst.
Oh, that's a Life Orb Manectric.
We found the AV and the Volt and the Throat Spray as a Boomburst comes out. Oh, it hits his partner. I didn't know that. Anyways, Parasect goes down.
Licky Licky took that Boomburst like a champ too.
Mm-hmm. Dragon Tail, get the fuck out of here. I'll die too. Whatever.
Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Helmet.
Yo, kind of crazy though.
His Tailwind peters out just as the Dunsparce comes back out. But here comes Ambipong.
Electric.
Probably going for it. Here comes the fake out. Oh my god, normal gem, you called it! That is a lot of damage.
Yo, Technician, normal gem, fake out, did 68% off a fake out. That's insane.
Kill, but still, wow.
And also, we also see a Manectric Terra that has unfortunately been wasted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, as the Boomburst takes it out. But here comes the Tailwind, hopefully for Furfru. He could do it.
Let's go, Furfru!
Let's go, Furfru! Oh, the Dunsparce living, the acrobatics. And the Rock Slide taking out the Ambipom.
Another Life
Revealing
Orb.
the Life Orb and dying.
Oh my god.
Flinch.
Okay, so interestingly, that Thunder Wave might actually have been very important. So, X-Cloud is not a slow Pokemon. And the Dunsparce is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the Dunsparce ability is Serene Grace. There's no way he's running any of the other 2 abilities, right? Like, Rattle and Runaway are not great abilities. So it's running Serene Grace. 60% chance to flinch on a Rock Slide. You paralyze X-Cloud to make sure that it goes second, giving you a higher chance to get your flinch up.
Plus Tailwind to ensure it. That's smart.
Tailwind, and I mean, we got Paralysis chance on top of it too, right? The classic Paraflinch.
Exactly.
But with the Dunsparce down, Drake is left to Dusknoir and Furfru, both very defensive mons. I'm not sure how they're going to get out of this. As X-Pod, Terra Normals, probably going for the Boomburst. Both mons are paralyzed now.
Yeah.
Splitting the pain, healing a little.
We also saw this is Choice Band Bombardier.
Oh my lord.
Boomburst does way too much to that Furfru.
Yo, no, absolutely zero mercy from this. This is insane. Knocking out more Pokemon.
Like a gun. that's grass type to kill this Caracosta. And Xpod's gonna have to pair to win this.
Xpod really hit that. He said, "Fuck you! I'm killing everyone, including my friends." Like, my lord.
Oh,
no!
shell
Shells
smash!
are smashed with the white herb, and the tailwind's gone.
Yo, we're living on a prayer. We're living on a prayer.
We pray. No! Gloria wins game 1. GG.
Well, I'm actually kind of impressed that without Tailwind, Furfuru's faster than I thought it was.
Yeah, for real.
It's definitely one of the fastest Pokemon on these teams.
Yeah, assuming this thing
I just assumed that it's slow and bulky because of fur coat.
Right.
I have to say, there's a lot of things I want to say about these teams because, again, it's the cleverness of these players, specifically Drake's cleverness and Sensei's desire to go in, right? That shell smash in the end wasn't necessary.
No.
But it shows you that her strategy is getting bulky, getting big, and going in and dealing damage and dealing what you need to do. In fact, she was constantly on the offense. Hardly did we ever see a time where she played defensively in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Drake, if there's one thing that Drake is known for that I don't think any of these Pokemon have access to, it's parting shot, right? Drake loves putting nerfs on his opponents.
Whilst pivoting at the same time.
Right. Just in general, like, if he can put his opponent at a disadvantage, that's Drake's general strategy. We saw that with a Furfru using Thunder Wave.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Manectric. Oh, no.
And Manectric. No, he just paralyzed with Discharge, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So still great game 1. I mean, both of them were down to their
last month.
Yeah.
I really hate to say it, but I do want to shout out Dustox for that turn 1 kill on Shiftry.
That's what I'm saying!
Yeah, that was peak.
So game 2, you know that this Dustox ain't fucking around. Like, it is here to take names.
No more fucking around.
It's crazy that we got to see a Dustox be so hype, I'm not gonna lie.
That's the best part of the Rising Star draft. You see some real stinkers just make a mockery out of some people.
Not even just Dustox. Those Thunder Waves from Furfur were kind of hype too.
Mm-hmm. I could have missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a very different game.
Game 2.
Game 2.
See how we change up for game 2.
Right. Here we go. Do we see the same leads? Yep. Shiftry to Dunsparce. Oh.
Dusknoir.
No
Licky
Tailwind.
Licky. And Dustox. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, buddy.
Ooh,
Getting the Frisk off, though. Now he knows what he has.
Yeah.
And out to Bobby Boomburst. The fake out on the Dustox. Not this time.
Yeah, this is the importance of that Frisk, right? You now know that Dustox is holding a Focus Sash, so this fake out is free. I know you're going to try and buzz me, so let's just get that off the table right now.
Absolutely.
This was the Willow and the X-Spot. Was trying to get on the Licky Licky slot, but Gloria smartly switched off to a special attacker, not being too bad for them. Drake going for the double switch. Very interesting.
Ooh.
Getting overheated and living somehow. That is insane.
Hold on, can we talk about this for a second?
That's quite effective.
That's quite
Balls.
effective. Quite effective. Survived. Also, what item is X-Cloud holding? Because
it's supposed to be
Throat Spray.
It's throat spray.
Throw spray? Okay, cool. This is crazy.
I can't believe this.
Does Gloria want to kill that Shiftry?
Well, not enough. Didn't also put the Bug Buzz into it. Can't help but notice
true.
this is dueling Tailwinds here.
Swapping again. Oh my goodness. We're swapping a lot more for this match.
Yeah.
The Electro Web. Ooh.
Ooh.
Lots of speed control in these games.
Missing the Rock Slide with Dust Ops.
Interesting.
Fake out normal gem, not dealing as much damage, but still pretty good.
Here comes a pivot. It's Caracosta. Ooh, if Caracosta sets up, this might be bad news for Drake.
Yeah. Although with the Willow on Dusknoir,
Well, this
shut down Caracosta as
Ambipomp's
it starts.
really doing nothing for the rest of the game, right? If it's burned.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Flinch
really
is still
not doing
good.
it.
Ooh,
True.
okay.
Bad news, Drake gets the tailwind up just as Gloria's tailwind peters out.
Peter.
Not wanting to get burned for sure, switches out to Dust Tox, which takes a Shadow Sneak and a Glare.
There's so much paralysis on Drake's team. That's crazy.
Oh my
He has
goodness.
paralysis. He has burn. Does he have poison too? Like, what is going on?
I think they're running just mono status. Like, does this Dust Story have Hex? Like, what's going on here?
Boom Burst, Throat Spray. All right.
Barely lives. This is X-Plowed going to... Oh.
Tailwind's back up.
Yeah.
Shadow Sneak to take out the Dust Tox, but Gloria does not care because here comes the Boom Burst. Boom Burst! The crit on the Dusk Noir does quite good damage.
I suppose it really doesn't matter here, but if you're expecting this Boom Burst is always going to come out, right? You don't actually need to Shadow Sneak into that Deathstalk slot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to die anyway, but maybe he was trying to read that there was a switch on the Dustox? I'm not sure.
Maybe he was trying to read a different move too. It's a question of, did he know after seeing Overheat? Did he actually know the Boom Burst was coming?
I mean, better safe than sorry. You know what that Dust Tox could do is all I'm saying.
That's true.
True.
That bug buzz goes crazy.
Oh, shells have been smashed as Caracosta sets up.
Yeah.
Oh, Parasect is dead again. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hit Spore once, which is a shame.
I don't think it's done anything.
Rock Slide takes out the Dust Noir. Does so much to Manectric. Goodness gracious.
So much.
Boom Burst.
Yeah, what do you do against this Caracosta? I'm not sure.
Oof.
This is tough. Drake's still got to go through 5 Pokemon. Is he going to be able to actually do it with these 2?
I don't think they're going to make it, especially with no Tailwind for the Shift Tree.
This is a great protect because you're expecting a Leaf Blade to go into the slot here.
Double protect to take burn damage? I don't understand. Oh, it's a Scout. Solar Blade. Oh!
Yeah.
That Power Orb's gone now!
Oh, that double protect was important.
Mm-hmm.
T-Wave and the Caracosta again, of course.
And the Foul Play. Now we double. Overheat does not kill.
Just actually below taking half, which is important. Never mind.
But the tree goes down.
Yo, this Caracosta doing crazy work right now.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, this Caracosta is nowhere close to dying to this basically mono normal type.
But the Para and Ambipom's burned. Terra Ghost Furfrou.
Yeah.
Dodges the fake out. Woof woof dead.
Ooh.
But we have Bombardier who's going to click knockoff.
Oh.
Or Licky Licky, okay.
Licky Licky comes out first. I don't know what Licky Licky's gonna do besides get paralyzed.
I think that's game here.
That's game.
Yeah, I mean, you have to rely on some paralysis hacks there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. That means
wanted 5.
Gloria won 2 games?
So greedy.
Was I given this out of order? There are 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. What happened?
Did you post them wrong?
No. That's the order I was given them.
There's 3 games?
There's 3 games.
Drake.
Had to bet on that lax. Hacks, haha. Close enough. I would prefer you won with 3. I wanted 5.
Yeah, that's so greedy.
Vicious from Gloria. It seems as though by not previously previewing these matches, we might have been given them out of order, as it looks like we've watched Game 1 and Game 3 of Gloria winning both. What do we do about this?
Just play Game 2 then.
Yeah, we watched Game 2.
This is bonus content, so here's Game 2. Fuck it.
Yeah, we messed up. Drake wins another game.
We? What do you mean we?
You messed up.
Nintendo Wii?
Huh? Hold on! Hold the fucking phone!
Drake messed up. Okay, my bad.
Okay, I was about to say, I got receipts! It says Game 1, Game 2, Game 3.
Listen, man.
And I posted them right!
Wait a minute.
You know, what if they just played 3 games anyway to not spoil you as to the results?
What spoilers? There's 3 games!
Well, maybe they
This is
just...
crazy.
Just
I
wanted
don't
to get.
know who won.
That's smoking crack copium.
Spoilers: Drake wins this match.
Let's find out how Drake wins this.
And you can blame them for the spoiler. All right.
Actually, you know what? I think we need to say this. Drake, you're a fucking goober. You were one of the smartest people I know, and you fucked this up.
2 comes before 3.
I don't think they know how to count. You know what? It's that high intelligence. When you're that smart, you just have to, like, you're just stupid at everything else.
Speaking of
But they're not
stupid, let's
stupid.
see how stupid they go in this game 3.
Hey, let's see an
Great
idiot
segue.
win this match, huh? I mean, lose.
That's crazy. Yeah, let's watch this shit, man.
We love you, Drake.
This one from
beat
Glorious
me up.
perspective here.
As we're starting out with the Ambipom and the Caracosta and the Dust Noir Parasect. Parasect getting faked out. Just let it. Oh, it gets the Spore, sort of! With the itchy dandruff on the Ambipom. It sleeped. And Caracosta burned from the Dust Noir. You can smash your shell, but you're still basically neutral attack with that burn.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what Parasect's gonna do now that now it's technically. What the?
Oh,
Drake,
damn.
what are you doing?
Yo!
As Drake Terra waters the Parasect to live the rock slide, but I mean maybe paint splits themselves.
Wait a minute. What is going on, dog?
Leech
Yo,
Seed,
okay, hold
What
up.
are you doing?
Hold up, hold up.
You win this one.
Trevor's on tilt.
Hold on. I just realized something. If this Parasect is correct right now, right? If this Parasect is correct, it makes sense why in one of those 2 games that we saw, that Sensei decides to massacre it.
True. Yo, why does that man kind of look like a Muppet though? Look at his eyes.
Leave him alone. The fuck
All I'm
did he
saying-
do?
He looks like a Muppet. He looks like he talks to Elmo about drugs or something.
What the fuck is good right now?
Ambipom
Oh
asleep.
my God.
Great play by Drake, protecting against the liquidation and Giga draining the Caracosta. That does a lot. Wow, maybe this mon's pretty good, guys. Come on, right? Maybe
Well,
Parasect's good.
hit a fucking 4 times effective Gigatree.
And it still didn't kill. Oh, to be fair, if this thing has solid rock, it is only 2 times effective.
I see.
That's true.
Sensei?
Another shell smash.
Sensei?
Fuck it.
But she's burned.
Misses the shit again.
Might not have expected to get acrobatics into, right?
That's fair. Yeah.
Ultra instant Ambipom. Let's go for a protect on the Dust Noir again. Acrobatics on the Dust Noir again. Okay, blocks it.
A lot of great reads from Drake's side here.
Crits themselves.
Oh, there it is. There's the spore.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Mm.
When Netric comes out, what happens to the good old Netric?
All right, we better not
Lots
see
of
a discharge, because that would be crazy.
That would kill Parasect. As Parasect takes a last little sip, making that loud straw noise as Ambipom goes down.
True.
That's a slurp. Speaking of slurp, here comes Licky Licky. Drake using their patented pivoting, volt switching back out to Dust Noir.
Finding a salt vest on a Licky Licky.
Go, what, huh? Oh, right.
Yeah, that was a switch. Yeah.
Right, forgot. Same turn. Leech Seed finally hits as Parasect gets a nice little snack on that X-Cloud, sleeping.
Oh, wow!
Surviving with 1 HP is crazy.
And the pain split.
On
Yo.
itself. Oh, and now it heals with Leech Seed.
Double Leech Seed. We got passive income, boys.
Oh
Parasect
my.
the landlord.
Oh.
You hate to see this kind of arc for him.
Oh, this should be
Bro,
illegal.
Wait a minute. Bro, leftovers and double Leech Seed is so stupid.
What do you mean?
It's so goofy.
It's good.
It's so goofy.
Sure, of course. What? Leftovers, Leech Seed, We're full. It's fine.
He's
mean,
back to full.
You got.
Parasect is such an oddball. I find him cute. He's got like a little witch hat. That is a parasite. It's his home. It is a parasite. You live in America.
Hey!
It's the home of
Hey!
parasites. Parasect, the landlord, confirmed.
The conversation is insane.
Shift tree comes out. Dust Talk's nowhere to be seen.
It's very interesting, by the way, that this Licky Licky is staying in under Leech Seed. Like, you're just giving this Parasect regen every single turn by staying in.
I wonder what the strategy is. Just switch to Dust Talks, right? Bug Buzz?
Right. I mean, yeah, even Bombardier, like, you're probably able to deal, like, okay amount of damage, especially with the Shift Tree out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this Parasect is eating healthy tonight.
Here's your boy Dust Talks getting faked out. Well, you know, as Xploud is all but guaranteed to die from the Leech Seed, so hopefully Parasect doubles. Nope, another Leech Seed. He doesn't get enough. He doesn't have enough.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense as to why in our game 3 we saw Gloria put all of her effort into killing this thing.
Dual wing beat, not enough.
Terra Water
As
saving
a foul
it.
play on Bombardier and Parasect. Oh no, the Bug Buzz kills the Shift Tree.
If this thing has... What was the other move it had in the last game?
Which one?
Giga
Solar
Drain,
Blade,
Sport,
right?
HC. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
Solar
yeah, it had
Blade.
Solar Blade. Sorry.
So maybe that's why I just let it die there, because what is it going to do? Oh, I forgot. Oh my god.
As Gloria is reduced to 1 mon, and I'm with Parasect on the other side of the screen, I kind of see how Drake wins this
so
one.
Disrespectful.
Come on, man.
Just sporade.
Terra Crowd.
Oh! The craziest
Insane.
Terra!
Insane! Dust talks! Just fucking talk to him as he's getting forward.
Now you're asleep.
It's over.
Now it gets Giga Drain, doesn't it?
Broke
Yeah,
better job
it's
and took a
Giga
fucking
Drain.
nap on him.
That was an incredibly good Terra. It just sucks in the circumstances they were put in.
Stellar. GG's. As Drake takes game 2, winning the match, losing the set. In
Yeah.
reverse order, but you saw it, folks. You know what happened.
You know what happened. You saw it, folks. That game 2 was insane.
I'm mad. This bonus match is supposed to be a surprise for our players. How am I not going to put Parasect in the thumbnail? We both saw that match. We all saw that match.
You could, like, have it in the background of the thumbnail.
I want to make it transparent. He's going to look evil.
Yeah, like what you did with the Mars Shadow on the previous one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
That's a good idea. But folks, bit of a hiccup, but that's our bonus bout, our bonus content. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a little bit of extra length in this video. We should be back next week for week 4 of the battles. Reminder again, because it's probably been about half an hour since we said it. Will be Guardian versus Shine, and Derpologist versus Dwoo, as Diz and ABC will have a bye for that week. And in case you're sick of all these buys, I believe week 5 we should be done with the buys as we're all caught up. Is that correct, or is it week 6?
No, you are absolutely correct. Starting week
Oh,
5,
thank
we will
goodness.
have all 6 of our players participating in their matches 2 more times for week 5 and week 6.
Oh goodness. Okay, those are going to be some long videos because we still have 2 more bonus bouts as well with with Drizzle versus Drake, or Drizzle versus Gloria. We've yet to actually, did we organize it? I don't remember. That's a future Trevor thing, but either way, those are going to be
It's
going to be
organized.
content. It's organized. Thank you. Okay, good. See, this is why he organizes the draft and I just talk shit on the microphone.
Technically, Zach organizes the draft.
Potato. But yeah, that's week 3, folks. That was oh man, I'm awake now. That was good. Those are some good battles. What do you think, Zach?
No, I love this week. This was great. Like I said, the big thing for me, obviously, bonus content, fantastic. I love this match. But going back to the regular draft with our 6 players, the shakeup from this week mainly Diz losing his first match and ABC jumping up to 2-1 with them taking a bye. I am looking forward to the storyline going forward into week 4, 5, and 6 because playoffs, they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. To add to what Zach said, right? Bonus match, great stuff, good content. The two sets that we saw, the actual official sets of this draft were some of the best matches I've seen in a very long time. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Probably some of the best matches in the draft. Great upset from Guardian, right? Guardian coming in. I think he was 0-2 before this week, right?
Guardian was 0-1 because he had his bye.
0-1? He had a bye, right? Yeah, so 0-1 coming in, going against the undefeated guy, beating him in a phenomenal manner because he has Torkoal, that's an incredible Pokemon. And Diz is a great player. So, great job, Guardian. And even then, it wasn't a free win. Diz made him work for it.
Yeah, I mean, said answer my Terrafire Torkoal after you. Like, answer it.
Absolutely beautiful. But even more so, right? ABC versus Derpologist was absolutely the highlight this week for me. That was an incredible, crazy match. 3 fantastic games, all of them nail-biters, in my opinion.
Yeah, we saw ABC really come into fruition, I think, in this set, realizing what notably the same team that he's brought for the past 2 weeks, but that team is really capable of with Drought, Heatwave, with Steelix being able to just tank a lot of those hits, what Noivern's capable of. Like, I think we're really seeing ABC come to fruition with his team.
I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do the closing thoughts, and everybody else, thank you for watching. I'm glad to have been here for a bit with you guys. Thank you for sharing the stage with me.
We look forward to seeing your matches next week.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your work and for joining us shortly, Drizzle. Well, like you said, Zach, do we have any closing thoughts? I feel like I was pretty succinct in what I said. I'm excited to see the next week's matches, especially with the storylines that are being formed from this week. What say you though?
I say that I just want to give a shout out to all of our players in the draft. I want to give a shout out to Drizzle and Trevor for the thumbnail of the video. As always, it's a banger. And I want to wish all of our players best of luck going into it. And I hope Diz and ABC, you enjoy your week off that's coming up here.
Mm-hmm. But until next week, bye.
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 Ah.
Ah.